Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Phillip.
How are you?
I'm doing swell. It is the first day of October, the best time of the year, so I'm feeling pretty good.
I think it's that time.
Time for what?
For me to sing, it's the most horrible time of the year.
I changed my mind. I have a different cold open to do.
Oh.
Hey, Phillip.
Oh, hi.
Guess what I just watched?
What?
The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Let's talk about book adaptations.
Okay.
How's that for cold open? Phillip.
Hey, Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing swell. I think we already said this in the cold open, but that's fine.
No. The cold open's not ever real. When I ask you how you're doing in the cold open, it's a fake. How are you doing?
It's for the bit. Who's here with us today?
Mr. Austin Kavanaugh.
But he doesn't have a microphone. He's just sitting on the piano bench.
He's cutting himself, actually, weirdly enough. He's sitting there cutting himself.
He's digging splinters out of his fist with a pocket knife.
That's how good our podcast is. People listen and just cut themselves.
So would you like to just say, I know you don't have a mic, but just say hello.
Hello.
Hey, there's Mr. I call him Mr. Uncle Austin to Barnabas, because I want him to be Uncle Austin, but I forget. And then I call him Mr. And then I'm like, no, it's Uncle Austin. So then he's now Mr. Uncle
Austin.
Austin.
On Arrested Development, the Mr. Manager joke. Austin's been he's a longtime friend and a longtime listener. So and he helped put this new studio together.
Yeah, it may sound a little echoey, but we'll get it better.
Yeah, this might be it's a work in progress, but it looks great. Maybe we'll post pictures or something. But Phillip, Austin, and Ethan did a little bit of work. I did mostly everything in here, and it's looking really, really good. So, what are we doing today?
What are we doing today? Oh,
we already said it under the cold open.
Said it, yeah, and that was really what we're doing.
Yeah, we're doing best book adaptations,
sure?
adaptions. How do you say that?
Depends on the meaning.
How do you say it?
Adaptations is what we're doing.
Okay, yeah, we're doing adaptations.
I think.
I don't know.
Adaptions, I don't think is a word.
Okay. You adapt.
You adapt things, but then you do an
adaptations. Because my wife Olivia had never watched Lord of the Rings before, so we went ahead and sat down and watched the trilogy over the course of like a week and a half.
Is that what happened? She said that to you, and you're like, oh!
Well, if I wanted the marriage to last, then I knew she hadn't seen those or the Dark Knight movies, and I was like, okay, if this is gonna go any further, we gotta watch these movies.
If I'm not gonna divorce you,
yeah. So a couple months back, we watched the 3 Batman movies, and then just this past month in September, we watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, and it awakened in me, Phillip. It awakened a love for Lord of the Rings again. I haven't seen them in a few years, and man, are they good movies?
They're a little scary.
They're great. Everything about them is just great. So that kind of inspired us to talk about best book adaptations.
That's right.
And I think we should probably just go ahead and we kind of caught people up with the fact that we have a new studio and stuff.
Yeah. So. Well, and also we're sorry that we missed a week.
We missed a few weeks, but it's because of this.
I think we missed 1 week.
I guess
which is because we do it every other week now.
Yeah.
So it's been a whole month. We apologize.
We do.
But I moved. But now you get high fidelity.
Yeah.
Studios.
We have no excuse now.
We have no excuses
to not record. Until something comes
I was going to say, until there's
then,
actually something
we
to
make
get,
excuses.
there will be excuses.
But we're back semi-permanently now. So until one of us dies or, I don't know, loses their vocal cords or something. So that was a good
neck
neck crack.
Neck crack? That was good.
Okay.
All right.
Shall we just jump right in?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's also late when we're recording this, so this might be a shorter episode. I don't know.
I like it late.
There's a dog barking
I do
outside.
hear a dog barking.
We'll see if that gets picked up.
It
but
won't. There's no way.
Phillip, what are our honorable mentions today?
We've got 3.
Okay, kind
first.
of. One of them's definitely cheating. It's a bunch of them.
The first is Stand By Me. A Dr. Seuss movie.
No. Stand By Me by Dr. Seuss. Okay, our first one is Stand By Me. It's based on the... I think it was...
Harold and Kumar production.
No, Phillip. No, let me explain. Just to let you guys know, on our actual list today, Phillip has seen 2 of the 10 movies. So, the Stand By Me, I think this short story, The Body, was in a book that Stephen King wrote of a bunch of short stories.
Okay.
So The Body is adapted into a really good movie called Stand By Me. Go on with the next one.
Of Mice and Men.
Mice and Men.
A Mickey Mouse.
A Mickey Mouse tale.
A Mickey Mouse tale.
That we actually wouldn't have even mentioned this unless if Austin wasn't here.
If Austin wasn't here.
Apparently, it's Austin's favorite movie and favorite book. So.
It's all Austin cares about. It's all he would say. Was we told him the list, and he said, "Of Mice and Men."
We were like, yeah, we were like, oh, we could do, this movie, that movie. Like, oh, Mice and Men. Austin, shut it.
Shut up.
We'll put it in honorable mentions. No, it's the last one.
Dr. Seuss, a Stephen King story.
I would love to see a book or a story written by Stephen King where all of Dr. Seuss's books come to life and attack Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. Anyway, Dr. Seuss.
Just
all of the movies that have come out that are based off of Dr. Seuss.
That are good.
If
there's bad ones, then those ones don't count. But
I like the Lorax.
I like the Lorax too. I love Horton Hears a Who. A lot of people don't like that one,
Really?
but I like it.
I dig it.
And then obviously the Grinch.
Yeah.
Not the new one. The new one sucked.
The new one, though, is pretty close to the book.
You hear that, Lauren
Oh.
and Brent?
Whoa.
The new Grinch sucked.
Did they like it?
Yeah, they liked it. The Grinch movies got worse and worse as they went. The original cartoon is the best, and then Jim Carrey's is pretty good, and then Benedict Cumberbatch's is the worst.
The Jim Carrey one gives me nightmares.
Why?
It's like a horror movie, the whole thing. Think about it. It's like freaking he's ugh.
I guess they're like the flashbacks to his childhood.
Yeah.
And
they literally they make me feel a very specific emotion that I can't replicate with anything else. And it's only that movie. And I hate the way it looks and just
it is kind of an ugly movie.
It's so ugly.
Visually,
Everything
it's
about
not
it
very
is ugly. He's makes me want to throw up.
But he's great. He's great as the Grinch.
It's funny as an adult. As a child, it gave me nightmares.
It makes me feel horrible, but I love it. I love this movie.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, those are our honorable mentions.
Yeah. All right. Number 10.
Yeah, go ahead.
Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter series as a whole.
The whole Harry Potter series. Have you actually read the Harry Potter books?
No, I haven't read any of these books. You kidding me?
No, me neither. I actually thought about so Spotify was like, hey, now you get to have audiobooks.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, sweet. So I saw that Harry Potter was there. I was like, let me load this baby up. And then it was like, pay $10. And I was like, well, I already pay $10 though for my subscription. So why do I have to pay $10 again? And so I didn't.
Wow.
So I haven't read the Harry Potter books, but I have watched the movies and they're all right.
They're all right. There's some that are way better than others.
What's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
The third one, Prisoner of Azkaban, followed by Half-Blood Prince. And then after that, I don't really know the order other than I think my least favorite was 4.
I watched all of them.
Yeah.
Except for the last one because my Peacock subscription ended.
So you don't know.
I don't know how it ends.
Yeah, did you? So you watched the first half of Deathly Hallows, but not the second.
Yeah. This was 2 years ago when Barnabas was born that I watched through all of them.
I've only seen them once each, and they're good.
They kept me up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
I watched them over the course of a weekend. Liz Perky let me borrow all of her DVDs back in high school, and I watched them like a Friday, Saturday, and maybe watched like the last two on the Sunday. So yeah, they were good enough for me to spend a whole weekend watching them.
There you go.
And according to all the Harry Potter fans, they're pretty faithful to the books.
Okay. Good.
But yes, I think the general consensus is that Prisoner of Azkaban is the best, which is the third one.
Okay.
And then
that one is good. I do remember liking that one.
It's mainly because of Gary Oldman.
He's always good.
He's so good in everything he does. And then the first part of the last book, the Deathly Hallows part 1, is pretty good. It's just when they're like in the woods the whole movie. They're like on the run.
Yeah, they meet the is that the one where they have the horses that have a horn, a unicorn? Is that in that movie?
I don't
I think there's a unicorn in that movie.
It's the one where they tell the story of the wands, and it's told in this really cool like animation style.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I was almost dead.
You were sure your Peacock subscription didn't end before that?
Maybe that one. I don't know. I don't know about that. Ah!
Whoa, sirs. Okay. Shall we move on?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9. Silence of the Lambs. A bunch of these I didn't even know were books. I had to do research today, and I didn't know a lot of these were books.
I'm sorry about the noise.
Yeah, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I mean, almost everything's a book, you know?
I guess so. Yeah, because at the Oscars, you always see like best adapted screenplay from original source material. And I'm like, oh, whoa, yeah, everything's a book.
Everything's a book.
Especially nowadays when there's no original ideas anymore in Hollywood. And everything's based on either IP or their sequels or reboots or whatever else. Yeah, everything's a book.
IP, more like UP.
Oh.
On this property. So yeah, it's either a book or a comic book. I guess we did not include any comic books.
No, that could be a different. That's a different list altogether. Tell me all about Silence of the Lambs, Phillip.
Okay, so crazy man comes out of the airport.
Yes, okay.
Is that it? Is there a scene like that or something? Am I on my mind, or is that in there somewhere?
There's a scene with an airplane. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Silence but hotel, right? Or a house? Okay.
Hotel.
All right. Not the one where like it's like the twins.
That's The Shining.
The Shining. Yeah, close enough. Silence of the Lambs. I don't know.
I guess we should mention The Shining won't be on this list.
I think that one's a book, though.
It is. So The Shining's a fantastic movie, but it's it's notorious for being a horrible adaptation because it almost has nothing to do with the actual source material.
Okay.
Stephen King hates it.
Oh.
But it's a Stanley Kubrick movie, therefore it means it's awesome and really, really well made. So Shining, if we were doing like best horror films, it'd probably be on here, but we're not. We're doing best adaptations.
Okay.
So
tell me about this one.
Silence of the Lambs is Clarice.
Clarice.
She is trying to catch Buffalo Bill. So she which is a serial killer.
Okay.
And in order to kind of figure out and get inside the mind of a serial killer, she goes and visits Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
Which is played by Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
He won an Oscar. I think he holds the record for winning best actor in a leading role for the least amount of screen time. It's like he's in it for like like 18 minutes or something, and he won Best Actor for his
really
performance. He's really, really good in it.
He's only on there for 18 minutes though, huh?
It's like really short. Yeah, it's a really short amount of time. But he eats people. Hannibal Lecter. The character of Hannibal Lecter is a cannibal, which is interesting because his name's Hannibal.
Interesting.
It's almost like it wasn't very creative.
It's almost like Prentice.
So it's like what?
Prentice.
We just watched that. Me and Olivia are watching through The Office right now. We just watched that episode. So yeah. So it's just kind of about that. She's trying to catch Buffalo Bill, and it follows her kind of throughout most of the movie.
Who plays Buffalo Bill?
I don't recall his name at the moment, so don't ask me that again.
Okay. Well, Daniel's just getting up. Getting out of his chair.
I dropped my phone. I was grabbing it.
All right.
Okay. I have
a
Daniel's Thought Corner. We're bringing it back.
Bringing it back?
But today's going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
Phillip. Phillip, I gotta confess something to you. I gotta confess to you and to our listeners.
Oh, I can't tell if I'm supposed to play along or
just
if I'm.
Do what you want to do.
I wanna be a part of this. But I don't got no lemonade.
It's okay. You got a LaCroix or something over there. Phillip, our episode about animated Disney movies after Walt's death tends to it just proves time and time again to just be a disastrous episode.
Oh no.
I forgot another movie. Which sucks because it's one of my favorites.
Now, Daniel, you best not be letting down the folks one more time. Is this the last time?
I think later in the season we need to redo that Disney episode.
All right.
Phillip, I forgot Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
I'm a stupid idiot.
That's not animated.
Well, okay, so that's the thing. It's claymation.
Yeah.
It is animation. It's just it's a different style. I've never known what to do with claymation.
Yeah, it's
because it's real. It's real stuff, but it's claymation, which means clay animation.
So is animation. It's real.
I guess that's true. So, and I always forget that that's Disney. It just doesn't strike me as Disney.
I don't think they don't put their name in the front of it, probably.
No, I think they do.
Do they really?
Yeah. So.
All right.
And spirit of spooky season, Phillip.
Yeah.
I'm spooking ya. Spook. What's your thing?
Spook Ellington.
Spook Ellington. I'm changing the list. We're doing something different tonight. We're not doing the adaptations.
Oh no!
Austin just sat up. He's very engaged in what's going on. No, are you kidding me? You think that today's October 1st and I'm not going to do something spooky? You should know me better than this, Phillip.
I didn't care.
Guys, Phillip and Austin didn't know about this. I'm springing it on them.
He's done it again.
Which is great because Phillip didn't know a lick about what we were talking about the Adaptations episode. So here we go.
Okay.
I'm doing a list.
We did a lot of that other episode.
I had to get
25
to 25
minutes of
it. This is new. It's a new format.
What is this?
I don't know.
I feel weird.
There it is. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
Okay.
The best Halloween creatures.
Ew.
You ready?
I hate this episode.
Grant, this one's for you.
Creatures.
Yeah. So this isn't specific characters.
Bats.
Well, don't start saying stuff.
I don't know. Is it bats?
No.
Did I win the game?
No. Okay, so I can't remember. Was it last year when we did slashers or 2 years ago?
No. Well,
Whatever. The timeline's,
last season.
The timeline's iffy. We did slashers, which we did like specific characters of like horror movies.
Yeah.
This isn't specific characters, although once I say the creature, we can maybe like mention what the most famous thing of that is.
Okay.
But it's kind of more of like a general sense.
Hold up. You even texted me and said, do some research on this episode.
Oh yeah. I was playing you up.
Though I'm glad I didn't. Glad I didn't at all.
Are you ready?
I'm glad I disappointed you.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I got to move. That's already almost 30 minutes into the episode. Okay.
Whose fault is that?
Okay. Shut up. I have a list of 13 because 13
my
is it's a
gosh.
spooky list. It's a spooky number.
All right, bats.
No, shut up. All right. Okay.
Bats, rats.
Shut up. I have honorable mentions for
Cats.
for three spooky animals.
Are they all rhyming?
Okay.
I keep thinking of rhymes.
Can you shut up?
Keep going.
Okay. Spiders.
Ah.
Creepy Halloween. Okay, basically these are things that like you're just gonna see at Halloween time.
Okay.
They're iconic. Probably somebody's gonna decorate their house with one of these. What? Am I peeking?
Nah, Barnabas has a book
Oh.
called Biscuit Goes to Halloween or something.
Okay.
And it's a dog. And it's about this girl. She's like, silly dog. I don't know, pumpkin. You found a pumpkin in the patch, and like you touch the dog, and it's fuzzy. And you're like, oh, that's nice. But then at the last page, it's like, silly puppy.
Pumpkins are for kids.
No, you found Grandma and Grandpa's silly spider. And it's like this freaky spider just like on their porch is like huge. It doesn't look like it's like actually scary. It's like, what is this doing in a children's book? What's going on?
It's not like a friendly spider. It's
No,
like Charlotte's
it's like,
Web spider.
That was freaky. And you touch it, and I don't want to touch that.
It's like
freaky
hairy.
Spider. Yeah.
Gross. Blah. Okay, so these are just iconic things that you'll see around spooky time. Okay, this is what this list is.
We did it. Spiders.
Yeah, so spiders an honorable mention. I hate
it's
them.
just a honorable
Just
mention.
honorable mention. Spiders, bats, and little like critters, just like little guys.
Okay, another story. I
Okay.
got bats.
Yeah,
I got bat stories.
Okay, do it.
For days.
Do it.
One day.
this is a chaotic episode, and I'm loving it.
One day, Lindsay and I were outside, and we're like, why is Metzger sniffing something over there? Let's go check it out. I go over there, and it's this bat just on the ground, like on its
Dead?
back.
Was it dead?
Not dead.
Oh.
Not dead. That's what was weird. And so I go over there, I'm like, I'll come back with a shovel and scoop it out. It was like basically dead.
Yep.
And I go over there, I start to get close. It goes, and it scared the daylights out of me. I was so scared. I was like, is it going to come after me? Am I going to get rabies?
Yeah.
Just like whatever her name is from The Office,
Meredith.
And then I got up the courage, picked it up with the shovel. I should have smashed it, knocked it out, but I didn't. And then I dumped it over to the other
The other yard.
the other yard, had him deal with it. And then we came back a couple hours later and it wasn't there.
Okay,
So I don't know if it
lived.
flew away.
It was fine.
I don't think so. It was in
Bad shape.
deep trouble.
Do you have any stories about critters, Phillip?
That would be all of them.
A critter story. Okay.
What is it, critters?
Just like a little creature, you know?
No?
Little creatures that might not have like a
That's
specific.
like a spider?
Yeah, it's fine. Just shut up. Okay. All right. And then one more honorable mention before I get it. And it's okay. Let's go
So
by
this
quick.
isn't 13?
No.
So 13 doesn't include honorable mentions.
No,
You have
no.
13 more after this.
No. Yes.
Good night.
Okay. My last thing I want to mention, when I was doing research for this list, I was seeing a lot of because I looked up creatures, right? Not characters, but like living sentient things that are supposed to be like scary around Halloween time. I kept saying like jack-o'-lanterns. I'm like, well, that's not like a.
You started to say it earlier. I thought you were going to say jaguars. That made me laugh to think about.
No, jack-o'-lanterns.
You know, the spookiest thing
is a jaguar. I mean, to be honest, if you came across a jaguar in your backyard or on your front porch, then yeah. No, like I kept saying jack-o'-lanterns. I was like, those aren't like creatures. That's just kind of like
it's just a thing.
It's like it's probably the most like famous thing about Halloween is like the image of a jack-o'-lantern, you know?
But I guess they're like.
But I kept seeing things of like people, like artists were drawing like jack-o'-lanterns on bodies, like people with jack-o'-lantern heads.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like that's not like super.
Like the Headless Horseman?
Yeah. But I felt like it wasn't like super iconic. It was more just. I think people trying to take jack-o'-lanterns and making it into a thing. And I don't know. I didn't feel right about putting it on my list, Philip. So now, starting with 13.
Okay.
This one is like little devils. You know what I mean? No. You know, like around Halloween time, you'll see like devils or little demons, but it's not like biblical devils or demons. It's more like Halloween devils and demons.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Or like goblins. Maybe goblins is like a better way to put it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Spooky goblins.
It's spooky goblins. And I guess the most famous one is Satan, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. The spookiest.
Is Satan.
Thanks, Satan. Thanks for Halloween, I guess.
Thanks. Everybody thinks Halloween's a Satan worshiping holiday, but it's not. So that's my number 13.
Okay.
Got anything to say about that?
No, I guess it deserves 13 if it's going to be Satan.
Number 12.
Okay.
Dolls.
Okay. Yeah. Haunted dolls.
Haunted dolls. Yeah. What do you have to say about that?
Never seen one.
Never seen one in real life, but in movies or TV shows, whenever they pop up, pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
I think we talked about when we did Twilight Zone episodes. We talked about the talking Tina.
Talked about the scary one in Family Matters.
Oh yeah. Ventriloquist dummies could fall into this this category.
Very spooky.
Annabelle is a big new one.
Oh yeah.
I guess another way to put this list would be like you would see all the stuff you'd see in a haunted mansion. Or I'm sorry, a haunted house. Like if you went to like a haunted attraction.
Or a haunted mansion.
But I think probably the most famous haunted doll is Chucky.
Chucky.
Austin, I remember you watched a lot of like horror stuff growing up. You watched like The Grudge and stuff. Did you ever watch Chucky movies or?
Not until I was older.
We went to see the remake together. Yeah, me, you, and Grant. And remember when that guy got stabbed in the neck and his blood was spilling on all the children? I was laughing so hard in the movie theater. For those of you who are listening and don't know what I'm talking about, it was supposed to be comedic. It wasn't.
Daniel's a real freak.
It wasn't a horrifying moment. It was a very comedic moment. However, I think I'm the only one that picked up on the fact that it was. I think all three of us did.
It's a strange movie.
But I was laughing really hard. I was the only one in the theater laughing, I think. So I think I'd say Chucky's probably the most famous haunted doll.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. Number
11.
Okay. Bats.
Bats. Every single one's bats. Mummies.
Oh, mummies.
Oh.
So I started to watch that new Marvel movie. It's got some mummies in there. Not movie, it's a show.
The
one that he's like two personalities. Moon Knight.
Yeah. His suit is kind of like mummy-like.
It's kind of mummies.
It has like Egyptian ties.
Did you watch that show?
Yeah.
Does it end good?
It's good. It's not what I expected a Moon Knight show to be.
Oh, really?
Because Moon Knight's pretty much Batman.
Yeah, it was not Batman.
It's not Batman. I hope if they do a second season, it's more like his comic book stuff. But it ends up actually just being a really good character study.
Yeah.
So-
It was like about him.
And
it was
it
like a character. It was like a character study.
It's like a little bit of a character study.
Yeah,
And he
it was
actually
like a really good character study.
he grows. He grows as a character like a lot throughout the show. So
It was a good character. Original thought by Phillip Oster. That was a good character study of the show.
that man, I don't think I've ever heard that phrase before, or ever
crazy.
heard it or said it.
Yeah. Wow.
Good
So,
on you. Did you coin that?
I coined it.
Wow.
It's minted. So that's a mummy one.
Mummies, yeah, kind of spooky.
I don't think that.
Is it racist? Are mummies racist now for that to be like a scary movie monster?
Why?
Because it's
It's like Egyptian.
it's Egyptian culture and like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Nah,
Okay.
they're all dead. None of those mummies are alive.
That's true. Except for the ones that come alive in the movies.
Yeah, those are scary.
I think probably the most famous one is The Mummy.
What's the scariest mummy?
Probably The Mummy.
I didn't say the most famous. I said the scariest.
Well, I would say probably the most famous is the Brendan Fraser
I
mummies.
didn't say what's the most famous.
But I think the scariest would probably be the old 1930s mummy movie.
Austin's over here ruining our podcast.
But do you know what the funniest one is, Philip?
No.
There's an old Disney Channel original movie
Oh my god.
called Under Wraps.
Yes, I know. I think you talked about it.
Did you remember this movie, Austin? Under Wraps?
Don't talk about it with Austin. Austin's not on the podcast right now, the podcast.
It was Bill.
What? I don't know if you can say that on a podcast.
It's okay. We can bleep it out. I don't know how you say his last name. It's the guy who does Patrick's voice.
What is it?
I think it's Bill. I think is how you say it.
It's not. It's definitely not.
Maybe it's
There's
fake.
no way.
Maybe it's Faker Baker. I don't know. The guy who does Patrick's voice. He's Dauber on Coach.
Oh, yeah.
He plays the mummy in Under Wraps.
Does he really?
Yeah, and I remember liking the movie as a kid, but I haven't seen it since I was like 6 years old.
It's on Disney Plus.
Is it? I might have to do a rewatch. But yeah, the classic 1930s The Mummy is obviously the most iconic.
All right.
Number 10, can you guess it, Philip? It's another animal.
Another animal? A black cat.
Yeah, good job.
I said it earlier.
Yeah, I know. I was mad at you. We were trying to guess things before I said them. Yeah, black cats, they're spooky.
They're not spooky. I've never been scared by a black cat.
Well, obviously, but like whenever I see a black, last year, there's a black cat that was hanging around my apartment complex, and at October time, I was like, ooh.
And then you kicked it because all cats deserve to go to hell with Satan and number 13.
At number 13. No, cats are fine. They're fine. I don't love them. I don't hate them. But black cats are cool looking. You got the green eyes. They're cool.
Do they? They don't always have green
I think
eyes.
all black cats have green eyes.
I don't think that's true.
Well, the cool ones do. I feel like this is a pretty iconic, like just Halloween staple, like a black cat. You
most famous black cat is from Sabrina the
Sabrina.
teenage Sabrina the teenage witch.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're probably right. I didn't think of anything for this slot. I just put a black cat, but you're right. There is a black cat.
Because isn't that an actual? That's a character in the show. He like talks.
He talks. Yeah. You want to say it a little louder, Austin?
He speaks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, next time, shut your mouth.
If you don't have a microphone, then don't talk.
Don't talk unless you're spoken to.
Speak to me.
Unless I speak to you.
Yeah, black cats. They're cool. They're spooky, and they're just a staple of Halloween and October season. And I love the look of them. They're awesome.
Okay. I don't.
Do you like that? I just force you to talk to me about Halloween whenever October comes by.
Butthole. You're a big butthole. It's all excited about the book adaptations. This is great.
No, you were not.
Gonna be a great episode. Had all these ideas, and you just ruined it.
Number 9
Okay.
is zombies.
Oh. Zombie Zeke? Can
Zombie
I get a
Zeke.
little Zombie Zeke voice from you?
I forget what it was. He was like real suave, wasn't he?
He was a zombie that could like kind of talk.
Yeah.
He was like,
Hey.
but it was your voice, so you did it.
Did I do Zombie Zeke?
You did Zombie Zeke.
That was, wow. I can't believe I did a voice back then.
You did a voice.
Do you have like a grovelly voice?
Yeah, it was real grovelly.
I'm gonna get you.
Well, we'll workshop that. Get you back in place.
At the end of that episode, he was driving a ski boat. And he was, I think he had sunglasses on and he kind of like tilted them down like this and looked at us.
So he like did the like I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Because he was the only zombie that knew how to like get into the water.
Right. And he was kind of friendly, but he was also like, if I wanted to, I could come eat your brains.
Yeah. I like Zombie Zeke.
Zombie Zeke
probably
was
the most famous of.
I think he's my favorite creation that we've ever made on this show. He's the most like he had a lot of depth to him for what he was. Yeah, I think there's no like specific like zombie character
Except for Zombie Zeke.
Are
there? Okay, can you think of one?
There's different types of zombies.
Yeah, but is there a character that is like a zombie that you care about?
In I think it's Day of the Dead. There's a zombie named Bub that kind of
nice.
You're starting to with George Romero's Dead trilogy. It's like as the movies go along, the humans get worse and worse, and you're like, maybe the zombies aren't so bad. You kind of start siding with the zombies by the end of the third one.
Interesting.
And I think Bub is kind of the one that you like care about the most. So.
Okay.
So
Bubs,
I guess. I think Romero's zombies are the coolest anyways. I don't love when zombies are fast. They're less creepy to me when they can run.
Slow.
Yeah, I like it when they're like slow and
Like
lumbering.
they got one broken leg.
Yeah.
And then they kind of waddle around.
Like The Walking Dead has pretty good zombies, but I think Romero has the best zombies. Especially in Day of the Dead. The makeup is like perfect in Day of the Dead. We need to watch the Dead movies. You've never seen them.
Never seen them.
I think we watched. I'm pointing at Austin for those of you who are listening. Did you watch Night of the Living Dead with us?
Who's us?
I thought maybe you were there too. We it was around the time that we did Nosferatu, and Austin you commentated the entire time.
Best performance ever.
You did. You were everybody in the movie. And then we tried to do Hunchback, and you like gave up halfway through. I think it was like right around that era. I thought we all watched Night of the Living Dead together. It's in black and white. They hold up in like a farmhouse.
Oh, I know about the movie, but no, I've never seen it.
Okay, they're like it starts out in a graveyard.
Excuse me. Whoa.
Goodness, it is getting
this
late.
Zombie stuff's boring.
Fine, we'll move on. Number 8.
Yeah.
Clowns.
Ew. The spookiest clowns are the ones that are real and the ones that go walking around.
Oh yeah.
In
Would you like to
real
tell the
life.
story about what happened a couple years ago?
When that was a long time ago.
It was like 2016, 2017.
Yeah. No, it would have been before 2016 because me and Lindsay weren't married yet. I don't think. I think
Is
we
it
were just
really
dating.
that long ago?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
So there's this time that
Around our area, around Dayton.
around the
Cincinnati
Dayton area, there was just these clowns. There's people that would dress up as clowns and walk around.
Austin just remembered.
yeah,
He
they would-
started nodding his
They
head.
would walk around the what do you call those grave sites
Yeah.
and cemeteries and then people would just drive by and happen to see them.
There's some videos on YouTube.
There's
One very specifically creepy one of the guy. He's like climbing the gate.
Ooh.
And then he's like waving at the camera, and the car's like backing up. He's like walking towards the car.
Ugh. That's freaky.
He's
See,
just
the
dressed as
fact
a
that it's
clown.
real life, that's what
Yeah.
makes it freaky. If that
Yeah.
was a movie, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Clown's gonna come after them. Clowns don't scare me. And then it's real life, and that does scare me. because that's a real
Yes,
person
that is
dressed
creepy.
up as a clown for fun.
I forgot all about that. If they made a movie about that, that would be the creepiest clown.
I'm looking out at the window, and if I saw a little clown face pop up, that would be very scary, and I would lock the door.
I used to listen to this podcast called Lore,
Yeah.
where it was like real life spooky stories. Some of it was like folklore, but then some of it was like actual historical like events that happened.
Right.
And I used to listen to it by myself when I used to clean banks.
That's not a good idea.
And at one point I was listening to one about a demonic nun,
Ooh.
and I was cleaning like a desk off, and I was like, man, what if I were to turn around right now and a demonic nun was like walking very quickly towards me? And it like, just that thought made like my heart just sink.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not listening to this anymore. At least when I'm alone, when I'm alone at a bank at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm not listening to this anymore. So yeah, clowns, spooky. Something. I think the thing that makes them spooky, and this would go back to the dolls as well. They're supposed to be innocent.
Yeah.
And they've been made to be scary and gross.
I suppose the most famous would be It.
It would be the most famous. Joker's not a horror thing, so I would say It.
Yeah.
There's also Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is a movie that exists. Okay, number 7.
Okay.
Just monsters.
Okay.
Just monsters in general.
Interesting. I'm trying to think of like Loch Ness.
The Loch Ness, maybe. I'm thinking like monsters under your bed.
Oh, the Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc., the most classic Halloween movie ever.
Oh.
Got darker.
The electrician that's in this room may know a thing or two about why that happened.
Why did that happen?
What'd you do, Austin?
Did the thing just slide down on accident?
Was it the spooky monster?
Yeah, is it
in
because we're
this?
talking about Halloween spooky times? Oh!
Okay.
Well, all right.
No, it's fine.
What would I say? Monsters.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. Spooky stuff.
Randall, man.
Randall is kind of scary. I think we've talked about this before, but nobody brings up the fact that Randall gets beat to death by shovels at the end of Monsters Inc. in a RV.
What would you do if you saw a giant lizard?
No, I know. I'm not saying that it's undeserved or unjustified. It's just like it's a children's movie, and like as a kid, I didn't like settle in my brain as like, oh, Randall just died.
Yeah. Well, there's enough like kind of.
I guess it's kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, there's enough of the like they get slapped around enough and don't die.
But that guy's wailing on him pretty hard with a
Yeah,
shovel.
I
He says
mean,
there's a gator in the house again. So I think he's out for blood.
Speaking of gators in the house. Oh my god.
Oh my word.
Hey.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, I talked to Phillip earlier and he just knew. He knew about the gators.
What are you talking about?
Hey, today I learned about gators.
Okay.
Today I learned about the this old hurricane,
Oh yeah.
and it's coming around these parts, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So, anyways, how about that Ian guy though, huh?
Ian.
Yeah, he's the guy that started the hurricanes, right?
Ian. Do you know what he's talking about? Is that what they're calling it?
I mean, that's a pretty cool name, Hurricane Ian.
Oh, I didn't know.
But it's weird. It's weird that you start a hurricane.
Are you? So let me get this
A lot
straight.
of problems.
Oh, Tommy. All right. So you think that like Hurricane Katrina was like started by somebody named Katrina?
What else? I mean, what else? Why would they call it Hurricane Katrina if it wasn't Katrina's fault?
Tommy, I'm actually in the same boat as you. I've never understood why they call hurricanes names. Why they
Glad
give
we're on
them
the
people
same
names.
page. I usually I come in here and I'm like, let's talk about the Gators. And you're like, you're such a stupid idiot, Tommy. And I'm like, well, I kind of just like, this is my background and it's like not my fault. And, I didn't have great schooling. And then you cut that out and I still sound like a real stupid idiot. I don't really get it.
Well, talk to Phillip. He's the one that edits the episodes.
I will. I'll talk to him
He's right here. So,
someday.
all right. Thanks, Tommy.
I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay. Do you want to be a part of the rest of the episode?
I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Okay. I think the most famous monster is Frankenstein's monster.
Okay. I see that as not a monster.
But
a
it's literally
man.
in his title. It's called Frankenstein's monster. So
It's Frankenstein's
Frankenstein is the scientist.
monster.
The monster is the monster.
Yeah, I guess he's a monster. He's just a bunch of human
Number
being
6.
parts. Okay.
Scarecrows.
Those are scary.
Spooky scarecrows.
There's some sort of Stephen King movie, I think, with a scarecrow
Don't know.
that's on Netflix called 1966 or something.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Just made that up.
Okay. Okay. I was going to say.
I did. I mean, I made it up in the sense that I don't have any idea if that's true.
Okay.
But
Anything about what you just said?
I have a memory of that being true. So
Austin, can you fact check us? Is there a movie about a scarecrow based on Stephen King's works?
I'll get on that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And if so, that might be the most famous because there's not really a famous like movie scarecrow. More so, just the idea of them is kind of like scarecrows coming to life is a very like eerie visual and thought.
Lindsay and I just have this distinct memory. Maybe it's not Stephen King and I'm just making stuff up, but it's like this kid is in the, he's like in the field and the scarecrow like runs after him and then flies away.
Okay.
It's like
Is that Goosebumps episode?
So maybe it is Goosebumps.
Well, Goosebumps, Stephen King, very
Same
similar.
thing. Very, very similar. It's weird. Same writer, actually.
I'm trying to think.
I don't care. Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, hold on. I kind of want to. Phillip or Austin's doing some research.
Children of the Corn?
That's it. That's it. 1966. Children of the Corn. Almost exactly the same words.
Oh, almost.
1984
Hey, what's that?
is when the movie came out.
It's when Children of the Corn came
Who
out.
would have thunk it?
There's another movie called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark that came out a couple years ago. I think there's a scarecrow in that.
Okay.
But does Children of the Corn have a scarecrow in it? Because it's not like a supernatural thing. It's just where all the kids are evil, I thought.
In the cornfield.
Yeah, it's in a cornfield. I mean, there might be a scarecrow in it, but I don't
bet
think
there's a
comes,
scarecrow
I don't
in
think
it.
it comes to life.
Maybe one of the kids is a scarecrow. You ever thought of that, Daniel?
All right. Number 5. We only got 5 more left, Phillip. And look, we're under. I've been doing good. I've been going at a fast pace for
Keep
these.
it going.
Just plain old skeletons.
Skeletons?
Yeah, living walking skeletons.
I do like this. I like the word skeletons.
So you do. You love your spookeletons and your
Skeletons and
and like
That's all I
you
need.
can't go a Halloween season without seeing a skeleton. You know, whether it be out in a front yard or in Walmart. Or my little Jacques Dale skeleton.
I saw a Jacques Dale on a truck that was like kind of stuck somehow. It was like he was like sitting down,
Yeah.
almost like he was riding a motorcycle, but he was on the front of the truck, and it was really.
Would you like to tell the audience about Jacques
I
Dale?
don't know. I don't really know this. I kind of walked into the story of Jacques Dale. Jacques Dale is a skeleton that Daniel has that's like I don't know. How tall is this?
He's probably, like a foot and a half tall.
Yeah. He's broken though.
One of his legs is broken. The other one pops out a lot.
Did you just like carry it around with you?
I would Austin, do you remember what I used to do with Jacques Dale?
You just up
Would
here.
you like to tell the audience what happened to Jacques Dale? Jacques Dale, he was like a little skeleton that I had, and I would like hide him places and make up stories about him, and I guess it's not as...
I miss that, Daniel.
You miss that, Daniel?
I miss that, Daniel. Now you're just boring.
I'd be like...
Look at this. Austin's like shaking his head. He's like, yeah. No. He's like, I miss that, Daniel.
I'd be like, man, guys, you would not believe the night I had last night. I was trying to get away from Jacques Dale all night, and just stuff like that. Or like I heard him in my vents all night last night, going around. So that was Jacques Dale. Still have
Whoa.
Nobody even touched the piano.
It's crazy.
Spooky stuff is going on. Jacques Dale.
It's the Jacques Dale song.
I think the most famous skeleton is probably Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. The whole reason why I'm doing this freaking episode is because I forgot about Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack Skellington.
Yep.
Great character.
All right.
Number 4. Witches.
Oh.
Not actual witches, but Halloween witches.
Halloween witches?
Broomsticks and tall pointy hats and big wart noses and big pots of, I don't know, stew. What do they make in that stuff?
Well, which is
potions? What? Did you make a pun? What'd you say?
Which is it?
I didn't get it. Big old pots of brewing potions or whatever they make in those things.
Yeah. Snow White, it's like a potion.
Snow White, yeah. I get probably the most famous witch isn't even like a horror thing. It's probably Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
But she's not really... She looks like a Halloween witch, but it's not really like a horror thing. So I guess the Hocus Pocus witches? I don't know. That maybe blows.
Just new one just came out.
Yeah, I know. It's like, really? Are people interested in this?
People love
I don't get it. It's trash. It's a trash movie. That and Casper both suck.
Casper's not good. Casper.
Didn't they make a movie where they met?
What?
What am I thinking of?
Who met?
There's a thing. There's a Casper thing.
Some Casper crossover.
Yeah, and isn't it with the 3 Hocus Pocus witches?
I don't think so.
And they thank you. They have a niece, and her and Casper become friends, and then Casper has like the 3 uncles, and then they meet 3 witches. I thought it was maybe the Hocus Pocus witches. Maybe not.
I don't know which witches.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't. Were you trying to make another pun? 'Cause I didn't get it. Oh, Austin's doing.
Casper meets Wendy.
Yeah. It's that.
And there's 3 witches, but it's not those witches.
It's not the Hocus Pocus witches. It should have been, even though I don't give a rip.
It's from the Windy City.
Oh, like the restaurant?
Okay.
All right, we'll come back to you, Austin, if you figure out any more. Just, you can interrupt us. All right, we're down to my top 3, Phillip.
Okay, let's do it.
Number 3.
Okay.
Vampires.
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah. Vampires, very classic, eh?
I can't do it. What is that accent? Where are they from?
Transylvanian.
Where is that? What is this?
Transylvania. guess it's in Pennsylvania. I don't know.
I would have thought Pennsylvania. Those guys got weird accents.
Want to suck your blood.
He's all, like, as soon as I try to do any other words, it's just like a weird Russian German accent.
I think that's like roughly where it's supposed to be. It's over in Europe somewhere.
I want to suck your blood.
Oh,
Daniel.
Yikes.
Daniel. See, it's like you can't do Daniel in that accent.
Daniel. Phillip. Phillip, I want to suck your blood.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, they're gothic. They wear capes. They can't go out in the sunlight.
Yeah.
They don't like garlic.
I saw a guy today. I saw a guy today basically wearing a cape, and I didn't think he looked like cool. So, not a cool look.
Did he have fangs?
No.
Did he turn into a bat?
It looked like it was like a cardigan. I could tell he thought it was cool. you know those types.
I know those types, yeah.
That's like
Those vampire types.
those vampire types. It probably was. It was like October 1st. It's like let's wear a cape.
To be honest, if you're a vampire and you've been living for centuries, you probably get fuzzy on what's fashionable and what's not. So
were capes fashionable?
Probably.
I guess they had to have been at some point.
At some point. They're fashionable on superheroes.
But that's not real.
There's some people that dress up and try to fight crime. They usually get injured or die, but
not cool. Not cool to die.
Oh, that was like almost an Iron Giant quote. Almost. Who would you say is the most famous vampire?
Count Chocula.
Count Chocula's up there. He'd be top if we ever did top vampires. Probably in the top 5.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu's definitely. I mean, I guess technically you'd be right because that's the German version of Dracula. I'd say Dracula is the most famous.
I didn't even remember his name, so
well,
couldn't have been too famous.
Some people call vampires Draculas without even knowing.
Look at that Dracula over there.
Yeah.
That's what I should have said to that guy.
Yeah.
He rolled down my window like,
are you some sort of Dracula?
So mean. That guy's probably living his best life.
He probably is. Honestly.
I wish I could go out to Kroger.
Wish you exuded the confidence.
Yeah, and wear a really long cardigan that looked kind of like a cape. And he had a beanie on.
Dracula's the most famous, but I like Nosferatu better. He's creepier.
Okay. Keep going.
He'll always remind me of Austin. Okay, number 2. Werewolves.
Oh. There we go. Thanks.
Great. Good. They're awesome. I like werewolves a lot. They're a cool concept.
One.
Well, hold on now. This is like one of the shorter episodes we've had in a while. You're just mad because I bamboozled you again.
I don't like being bamboozled.
Have you ever bamboozled me on an episode? I think you have.
I bamboozle you every episode.
Yeah, so I think you can. The thing with yours is your bamboozles are like small. I like to big bamboozle you.
You like to change the entire episode in the middle of it, or make it extra freaking long, like Muppets. Anyway, so Werewolves probably the most popular is from freaking movie. From freaking movie. I don't know. The one with the lovey-dovey vampire stuff.
Twilight?
Twilight. That's probably the most
What's his
famous
name
one.
in that?
I don't know. Jerry.
Is that your real guess? Is
No,
Jerry?
it's something stupid though.
You got the first letter right, actually.
Jeremy?
No. I'll say the name of the
Jared?
Jaron.
Jarvis.
Okay, I'll say the name of the vampire and see if it sparks in your memory what the name of the werewolf is.
Edward.
Edward is the vampire.
Jared.
No.
Jared. Jake.
Almost.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Got it. First try.
First try. I disagree. I'd say the old Wolfman movie is the most iconic.
Wolfman?
Austin, have you seen the old Universal monster movies? Because you keep nodding your head whenever I bring them up.
I grew up on that.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should have had this conversation with Austin.
Well,
The Wolfman was the best.
maybe.
It's a good one.
Maybe.
The one with all of
Hey. Do you have a microphone?
The Monster Squad?
No.
Oh.
Is that what it's called? Where it's got Dracula, or no? It's got the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and the Mummy.
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Haven't seen it. You need to.
Okay. All right.
I got
I'll put it on the list.
I got put in my place.
God even knew. He was like, I'll put Austin here so he can do the episode with you. And I didn't listen.
Anyway,
I was trying to make tonight fun, Phillip.
I'm having a grand time.
I was trying to do a curveball and make it all fun and spooky. And you made it not that way. There's also a American Werewolf in London movie. It's a good one.
Oh.
Can you guess what my number one is, Phillip?
Oh.
Or Austin?
You have not done Rats.
Rats aren't. They're not going to be in it. They would be in the critter section.
You
Of the
have
honorable
not
mentions.
done human beings. The scariest creature.
You're kind of. I mean, I guess you're almost there.
Murderers.
No, do the other side of that.
Good people?
No. The other side of murders.
Well, I don't know. Tell me, Daniel.
Ghosts.
Oh.
And anything like ghosts, ghouls, spirits, phantoms, specters,
I see.
banshees, all those things. All the ghouls and ghosts, they're number one.
Banshees?
Yeah.
That's a ghost?
Yeah.
What's a banshee?
Yeah, it's like a ghost thing.
What? It's not an animal?
Oh, what? The heck are you talking
Blew my
about?
mind today. Today I learned banshees isn't an animal, but some sort of
You thought it
ghost
was an
creature.
animal?
I thought it was an animal. Like, look at that fast banshee going to town on the road. That's what I would have thought.
From the X-Men.
Yeah, there's an X-Men
There's something in
named
X-Men,
Banshee.
and
Yeah.
it's an animal.
Are you thinking of like a Wolverine or something?
Yeah, it's like a Wolverine kind of cat-looking thing. Banshee.
No, banshees are ghosts.
What do they do?
They scream. They're screaming ghosts.
That's crazy.
They're like, this would be what a banshee sounds like. That'd be a
Okay.
banshee. Anyways,
Sound like an animal to me.
ghosts and ghouls. I think they're like, other than jack-o'-lanterns, they're like the next staple of Halloween. Ghosts, boo!
Ooh.
They're the ones that go, ooh.
No, but that's not what a banshee sounds like.
No, ghosts do that. Ghosts are hunting.
So a banshee isn't a ghost.
No, I would say it falls under the umbrella of a ghost. I'd say a ghost is
What's
like
it look like? All I care about
Austin,
now
can
is
you
a
look up,
banshee.
what a banshee looks like,
I need you to
please?
tell me it audibly.
I would think
please.
that like a banshee would be like a Abbott and Costello. Oh yeah, you've seen that?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Man.
It's got all three of them.
You're a strange man sometimes, Austin. you've watched things. I'm like, what? How did you ever see that?
What is a banshee?
Show Phil what a banshee looks like so he can shut up about it.
See, not even Austin knows a banshee. That looks like a lot of women ghosts
Yeah,
that look like
that might be-
witches.
Hold on.
Maybe I was wrong. I mean, it's obviously a
They are
ghost.
ghosts,
Yeah,
but
but
for some reason the images are all women.
maybe it's
that's why they're screaming.
maybe it's a woman. Oh, maybe it's like, I don't know. I would have to do research on where the banshees originated from, but
Okay, well,
they are ghosts,
we
as you
all
can see.
learned a little bit today.
Yeah. What would you say is the most famous?
Casper.
Okay. I would say like the Grim Reaper.
He's not a ghost.
He's a specter. He's a specter.
He's spectral.
Yeah. And obviously like Grim Reaper is super, like if we're talking about one of the most iconic Halloween things, Grim Reaper is definitely up there. So
he's kind of ghostly.
yeah.
I'll give it to you.
I would also put like Headless Horseman up there.
But he's a real man.
He's a ghost.
He's a real man.
I think it depends on what like variation of the story you are watching.
I only watch the scary one
this is what
from...
Banshee says.
Oh.
Banshee is a female spirit in Irish folklore who heralds the death of a family member, usually by screaming, wailing, shrieking, or keening.
Scary.
So, ooh.
What's up with it? Ah! The luck of the Irish.
Okay. That's where the episode ends. We're done. I was trying to do something fun. It's spooky season. Why is nobody else? Grant, I need you. You'll be into spooky season with me. Grant and Lauren, they're my spookies. They're my spoopy people.
Your spoopies?
They're my spoopies.
Can't get behind that. Not your spoopies.
And don't you worry, Phillip. Next episode we're doing is another Halloween episode.
Are we going to finish up the other one?
Yeah, we'll do that in November.
November?
Yeah.
That's a month away.
October is dedicated to spookies.
Well, all right.
You can take a month of the year and dedicate it to something that you want to do, but Halloween spooky time.
I don't love anything as much as you love Halloween.
I was last night. Olivia and I were shopping for Halloween decorations, and the amount of like joy that I was getting from finding like little knickknacks of Halloween, I was like, man, I like don't have this much joy for almost anything else. So yeah, okay. Well, should we finish up?
Yeah, we should. Hey, audience, we're the best and you're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always be better. Get better? What is it?
Daniel.
What is it? Is it B or get?
Daniel.
I think it's B.
Say what
I said it right the first
time. Say what
time.
you think it was.
Be better. You can always be better. It is that. It's that. I said it right and I second guessed myself. Let's do it again.
I did so good that time.
Okay, well, do it again.
It's normally me who messes up.
Do it again.
But at least it's at the beginning. Hey, audience. We're the best and you're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always be better.
We love you.